This is a pretty cool place to record a video, eh? This is on the property that I live on, and I walk by it every day, multiple times a day. And I thought this is the perfect place to speak to you today. And I want to speak to you about this intersection of owning our lives as a man, being the one that's in charge of our lives, being at the helm of our own ship, as it were, and not losing our inner little boy. Because one without the other is a disaster. And I've noticed in the last couple of weeks, all of the guys that I'm working with, there's some intersection of either the importance of them reclaiming the wisdom and the joy and the fun and the creativity of their inner boy, or claiming their adult self who has sovereignty and agency and choice to give direction in life. I'm finding that we're either stuck in one or the other, overly adulting or overly being run by our little boy, and not having direction, not having agency, ownership, sovereignty, focus in our lives. And I mean, I'm talking about talking to men in their 60s, 70s, who still don't feel like they have agency over their lives, that are still being run by the patterns that were created as little boys, unconsciously, unintentionally, and seeing how that little boy has run the show, seeing the patterns that were created by him. Without that, then we do live a life that is like kind of looking around for someone to give me permission to go for what I want, to be full of myself, to put my needs first. And then on the other end of the spectrum, as I said, is like over adulting, where there is no room for joy. There is no room for creativity. It's just a list of ticking things off and making it through to the end of the day. And there's no generative nature. There's no self-expression. We need both. So you might look at your life and say, where do I fall? Not just in my entire life, but maybe in certain areas of life, in the area of my work, in the area of relationships. Parse out your life into these categories and notice, is it balanced between my inner boy? Come on. Is it balanced between my inner boy and the joy and the fun and the levity and the creativity that he has, that I have, and my masculine self, my adult man who has agency and is saying, hey, I'm going to take life by the balls. I'm going to do what I'm here to do. And I'm not waiting for permission. Where do you fall in these different areas of your life on that spectrum between boy and man? Knowing that you need both and that there's a time and a place for both. But if you feel out of balance, then that's where you start simply deciding. And it can be as simple as making a decision and reminding yourself of that decision all of the time. Making a decision that in this area of my life, let's say it's relationships, there's an overabundance of the little boy who maybe is scared, doesn't feel like he can have the relationship that he wants, and has patterns of hiding and having shame around being a little gay boy. And if that's the case, I'm making a choice right now that my adult self, me as a man, I'm making a choice that this area of my life is important to me. And I'm going to move towards relationships. I'm going to move towards dating. And I'm not going to hide. There's nothing to be scared of. So this is your invitation to see where you are, to see what's been missing, the boy or the man, and to just simply make a choice that you're calling it in. You're calling in the balance in every area of your life. And you get to decide what that looks like. But make the choice and don't wait any longer. Now is the time. Now is the time. So much love to you. I'll see you tomorrow.